Family, you need a financial plan. And the reason why you need one is because we know that if you don't got a plan, then you plan to fail. And if you planning to fail financially, that means you planning to be broke. And we know that none of us ever, ever make plans on being broke. We just end up broke because we don't have a plan, right? So we get that $10,000 come tax time, and then in May, we don't have any money. We don't have any extras, right? Come June, after we done took that trip to Miami, we don't have any more funds. Yeah. That's because we didn't have a plan. So you need a financial plan. And the main reason why you need a financial plan is because what it does is it will allow you to reach your goals a lot quicker, right? It will actually, not even quicker, it will allow you to reach your goals, right? Because most of us, we don't have goals, and because we don't have goals, we're not striving to achieve anything. There's a reason why we don't have a bunch of assets, right? The reason being is because we don't have a plan to get the assets. So we need a plan. There's a reason why you don't got 20 credit cards, because you don't have a plan on getting 20 credit cards, right? Even myself, I got like 9 personal credit cards. I didn't have a plan on getting 9 personal credit cards. I got lucky. You're not going to get lucky, right? You're not going to get lucky. You're not going to get lucky. And realistically, you don't want to get lucky, because if I knew the things that I know now, if I had a financial plan in terms of how I was going to obtain credit, I would have way more credit than I got. I would have 25 credit cards, right? I would have a couple $50,000 credit cards. But because I didn't have a plan on getting a $50,000 credit card, I don't have a $50,000 credit card. I got a $20,000 credit card. And I got that because I was lucky. But we don't want anything to be based off of luck. We want it to be based off of a system, based off of strategy, right? Based off of execution. And that's exactly what we need to do. So we know and understand that when we trying to buy a house, it costs $300,000, right? And we using that FHA loan that requires us to put down 3.5%. So every 100,000, we got to put down $3,500. We know in order to obtain this $300,000 house that we want, we need $10,500. And if we don't have the 10,500 on us, right? If we don't already got it in the stash, which most of us probably don't, because we're not planning on saving 10,000 for no random reason. At that point in time, we have to make the conscious decision that in order for us to get the house that we truly desire, we got to change some things, right? So that's when you go pick up a second job, right? That's when you stop eating out. You start cooking in, right? Yeah, you start going to the grocery store. In fact, you start looking for people who got food stamps for sale. You start looking for the boosters, right? These are the things that you do. You make adjustments. You start slashing and cutting your spending, right? Because you're trying to be more efficient. You're trying to put yourself in a position to save up a lump sum of money to make a purchase. But I'm saying, let's not only save money for lump sum purchases, let's also save money for investments, right? Let's put together a financial plan. So it comes down to, how do you create a financial plan? Now, your financial plan is going to be different from mine. Mine is going to be different from hers. Hers is going to be different from hers. That's just how it goes, right? Because everybody is at a different point in their life, and everybody has different desires. So the first thing you got to figure out is, what do you want? Do you want a dollar amount? If you want a set dollar amount, right? Like if you're saving for a house, we know and understand that you got to find a way to add more income to your bottom line, or you have to cut spending, right? That's the only way you're going to be able to save more money. Maybe your plan is to build up your credit. Once again, if you're trying to build up your credit, there's ways that you got to go about it. You may have to use one credit card at a time and max it out and pay it off and max it out and pay it off, and then they give you an increase. That may be how you spend your way to getting a higher increase, right? It just really depends. And whatever the situation is for you, whether it's just building your credit, let's say you're starting at the bottom. Let me give you that one. You starting at the bottom, right? You saying, hey, how do I build my credit? Well, you need a plan. Your financial plan should consist of a time. Maybe that time frame is 6 months. Maybe it's 3 months. Maybe it's 1 month, right? And you're like, well, what I'm going to do in 1 month? What you going to do in 1 month? You're going to start building your credit in 1 month. You're going to go get you a secure credit card and a secure personal loan. And guess what? 4 weeks after you get it, 4 weeks after you watch this video, right? Because today, right? Today or tomorrow, if you're watching it at night, you can go into a financial institution that has secure credit cards and secure loans, and you can take you out a secure loan for $1,000 I tell you to put as much money as you could put in it. If you could put 10,000, go get you a $10,000 secure loan, 5,000, whatever it is, 500. When they put that money in your account, then take that money out your account and go get you a secure credit card. Put that on a credit card. And this is how you walk away with two products off the same $500 or the same 5,000 or 10,000, whatever it is that you got, right? And 4 weeks after that, when it reports to your credit, your score is going to go up, right? So if building credit is what you want to do, you can start with a plan on how you're going to increase your credit score in 1 month. Then you take it a little further. You say, okay, well, in 3 months, or in 6 months, I want the secure credit card to be unsecured, right? And then I want to get another credit card, right? And the reality of the situation is you just got to put something together on paper. And when it's on paper, when it's an actual goal, you're going to strive to check off each goal and you're going to work towards it. Because if you don't have a goal, then you got nowhere to work towards. You're gonna be in the club popping bottles. You're gonna be on vacation, balling out, right? You're gonna be getting all the excursions, the snorkel with the dolphins. You're gonna be ATVing. You're gonna get the drink package on the cruise, right? You're gonna get the T-bone steaks and the lobster. You're gonna do all of that because you don't have a plan. So because you don't have a plan, you're free. You're gonna be spontaneous, right? With your money. You don't want your funds to be spontaneous. You never want to have spontaneous funds. Every dollar that you have, you want it to have a purpose. And the only way it's gonna have a purpose is if you put together a financial plan. Even myself, this is what I do. I didn't do it to begin with. I told y'all, I got lucky. I got the lines of credit that I got and the high limits that I got because I got lucky. And it took me time. It took me 8 years to get here, right? It's not going to take you 8 years to get here. It's not. It's not. Because you're going to follow the blueprint. You're going to come up with a financial plan. And the first thing you're going to do is figure out what you could do in the first month. Whether it's you looking to save that $10,500 for that $300,000 house, right? Yeah, you're going to find ways to save that money. If you looking to build your credit, right, you're going to go get your secure credit card and a secure personal loan today, right? And you're going to start building your credit. And then from there, you're going to climb the ladder, right? And like I said, I'm going to share as much information as I can share with y'all, but I'm telling you, you need a financial plan because if you don't, you're going to spend the money. You're going to buy shit like this. You're going to buy all of the Burberry. You know what I'm saying? You got the Burberry sneakers, the pants. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have the hat. You're going to get the winter jacket. Like, that's what you're going to do. You're going to spend your $10,000. There it is. There's your house money right there. All because you didn't have a plan. And maybe it take you 3 years to get, the coat, the jacket, the hat. But that same 3 years, it could have took you to get a house that's worth $300,000, right? So whatever the situation that you in, whether you make $20,000 a year or you make $200,000 a year, you need a plan. I promise you that anybody that you see that's a billionaire, a millionaire, or 100,000, they got financial plans in place. They know they have actually what you call as an accountant, right? When you hear people say, "Oh, my accountant," yeah, the accountant is the one like, "Hey, bro, yo, that's too much. You can't spend that money." He's like, "Hey, bro, like, yo, I don't think you should do that." They have somebody that is creating a financial plan. You're not at a point in your life where you can have an accountant. Well, actually, you got one. You got me. You got me. I'm going to tell you what to do with your money. I'm telling you right now to create a plan, determine a goal that you want to accomplish, and break that down into months. Break it down into 6 months. Break it down into 3 months. Break it down into 1 month, right? And let's accomplish these goals, and then let's repeat the process, right? Because we don't want just one investment property. We want two. We don't just want 2 investment properties. We want 5. We want 10. We want 1,000, right? We want generational wealth, and the only way you're going to get that is with a financial plan.